Welcome to my platform. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on your location. And if you like what I do here, please, after watching, subscribe, put on your notification bell, set it to all notifications so that you'll be able to know when I upload a new video. In this platform, we react to all forms of video. What we do before putting the video, analyze it, and we sit down there to watch it together with you. Then later we'll come to the comment section to talk about it. Of course, everybody is entitled to his or her opinion, but let us always do it constructively in the comment section.
It's quite unfortunate that Asari D0Kubo will come online to question the powers of His Majesty of the King of Bonny Kingdom. It's very, very unfortunate. No wonder one Mr. Kotel from the Calabari normally comes online to insult Asari D0Kubo, and most time I keep attacking Mr. Kotel, but the position and words of Asari D0Kubo today has drawn a conclusion whether Mr. Kotel is always lambasting and attacking him. First, I want it to be on record that His Majesty the King did not impose anybody, did not impose any chief on the Brown House people. If Asari D0Kubo cares enough to know, he would have asked questions, he would have done his findings. But of course, I know he's also an interested party in what is happening. I know one of the masterminder of the attack in Finima to the Bonny people and the chief of Brown House is a strong ally of Asari D0Kubo. And of course, he is coming on social media, to posit in his support. However, Asari D0Kubo will claim to be a stakeholder in the Niger Delta, even though he has betrayed us over time, even though he sold us the Ijaw Youth Council, used it to build mansion in Dubai. He has also joined forces in seeing how the Nnamdi Kanu and all of that. This has a questionable issue that we cannot even come here to talk about. But to put the record straight, I heard him talking about Heart House. How dare him talk about Heart House in Bonny Kingdom? Heart House is a major and one of the big houses as far as Bonny Kingdom is concerned. From historical precedents, it is knowledgeable, it is constitutional for the chief of Heart House to cap the chief of Brown House. He should go back to his drawing book, he should go back to his history and ask questions and read rather than taking side. I expected him to condemn the assassination attempts on Bonny people by the Brown section of the Brown House. I expected him to condemn the assassination attempts on Chief Evans Clement Brown by some section of the Brown House. Rather than doing all those ones, he came online to insult the king, asking where the king derived his powers. It's an insult to Bonny Kingdom. And I therefore asked Mr. Asari D0Kubo to shut his mouth if he has no knowledge of the history of Bonny Kingdom. First, the elders of Brown House wrote as his custom demands to the Heart House for the capping of their chief. And in response to that appeal by the Brown elders and the kingmakers of Brown House, the chief of Heart House obliged, which is traditional, and invited the elders and the chief to be of Brown House, which culminated in the events of last week, where it was shown on all social media forums, where the Heart House chief capped the chief Evans. It is tradition. Historically, he should go back and read the Bonny tradition rather than speaking from the both sides of his mouth. And I dare challenge him to first and go back home and make peace in his community. We see on social media on a daily basis where his local government chairman intervenes on the issue of chieftaincy in Kalabari Kingdom. He should first and foremost remove, the plagues in his eyes before looking at the lobes of some other person's eyes. Enough of this nonsense. So I want to inform the world that the king of Bonny Kingdom did not impose any chief on Brand House. And as a matter of fact, after the capping of Chief Evans, following the historic and traditional way that it was done, traditionally the elders of the house, in company with the chief of Heart House, now took the chief elect to His Majesty for recognition. Before that recognition must be done before he can be called a country chief, because he can be called the chief of Bonny Kingdom. And that was exactly what His Majesty did. So where did the king impose chief on Brand House? Where did the king impose anybody on Brand House? For the records, His Majesty the King is a very humble and loving king of the kingdom. Everybody loves him. And he has never intimidated the Brand House. Let me also let the world know that in Finima, we have 3 houses that are independent, that are autonomous of each other. We have the Brand House, we have the Attorney House, and we have the Toby Chieftaincy House. These 3 houses come together, reside in Finima. That makes it Finima community. So the assertion on social media, or some section of the social media, that Brand House owns Finima is a fallacy from the pit of hell. And we expect Asari D0Kubo to know this, as he claims to be a historian. Even though we know some of his history are distorted, just to proceed on his selfish and personal aggrandizements. Today, it is well known that it is the attitude of Asari D0Kubo that has killed, that has reduced the potency of the Ijoyit Council. Today, he is fighting Nigeria Delta Volunteers Force because he is always looking for a platform to use as merchandise. So I want the world, I want the social media community to disregard what Asari D0Kubo is saying, because he believes of historical knowledge of the Ebani people. Let it also be known that on the 22nd of January, after presentation of Evans to His Majesty in council, the Bonny people, the brand elders, were on their way to Finima for his live refreshments in the house of Mr. Chief Ibrahim's Brown. Before the Bonny people were ambushed by gunmen that left about 11 persons, including Chief Evans, in a near-death situation. And I expect Mr. Asari D0Kubo, who claims to be a leader, to know too well what this portends for some individuals to shoot gun, to try to assassinate the chief and his entourage. We are going on a peaceful walk to Finima just to have a refreshment. It's an unfortunate situation. So please, even on his video, you can go to the comment section, how people are abusing him, because he has lost relevance, he has lost touch with the people. And of course, I am appealing to the Kalabari Kingdom to call Asari D0Kubo to order, because Bonny Kingdom will not sit and watch Asari D0Kubo come to the public to demean, to insult, to ridicule, dethrone the Amaiba of Grand Bonny Kingdom. We will not take it from him. The Kalabari people are our brothers, just like the Okreka people and the Riverine. We are brothers, we are one family. And if such a sacrilege can be perpetrated by some section of the Brand House, I expected Asari D0Kubo, who claimed to be a leader, to ask questions. He claims he's a friend to the king, he's a friend to this, he's a friend to that. Is that how friends behave? Coming to the social media to ridicule His Majesty, asking where he derives his powers? What nonsense! I'm the National Chairman, Youth Coalition for Good Governance, and I want to use this medium to condemn in its entirety, in a very strong terms, the assassination attempts of Bonny people and the Chief Evans, who were on his way to Finima for a brief reception after his presentation to His Majesty in Council. So please, the world should know that Bonny people are peaceful and law-abiding people. Therefore, I am appealing to the security agencies to go about those who perpetrated this evil against humanity, to go at those who masterminded the assault, who masterminded the near-death situation, those who shot guns, who wanted to kill people. As I speak, a lot of persons are in the hospital. Some are even trying to see if they can get back their lives. All this as a result of selfish and personal aggrandizement. I am making this video because Asari D0Kubo came out on social media to insult himself, to mention the chief and hatters in question. We cannot take it from him. He's a betrayer, and Bonny people are not known for betraying their people. And of course, we will continue to stand with Bonny Kingdom. We will continue to stand with our king, because our king is a king that loves all. Everybody belongs to him. Bonny Kingdom belongs to him, and as such, we will continue to stand shoulder to shoulder with him. And so, those who are fanning the embers of discord, those who are fanning the ember of disunity, the light of the Asari D0Kubo, should stay clear of Bonny Kingdom. Enough is enough for the wise. And all those elders who masterminded the assassination attempts on Bonny people, on the Chief Evans, should get ready for security agencies, because security agencies will bring them to book. However, I want to thank on our brothers and sisters who have remained peaceful, even in the midst of this provocation. They've remained peaceful and they've continued to go about their businesses. Please remain calm. I know the security agencies will do the needful. God bless you as you listen. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching this video together with me. Like I said before, if it is your first time of coming across my YouTube channel and you like what I do, please subscribe, put on your notification bell, share this video, leave your comment in the comment section. You are free to criticize, but let us do it always constructively. Remain blessed. I appreciate your massive support and I love and cherish each and every one of you. Until I meet you again in my next video, for now we say bye-bye.